We're live. All right.
Yo, what's going on, everyone? AFR back, full crew, Ben, Ryan, and Chase for episode 59. Let's get it, boys. How you guys doing tonight?
Good.
I'm good. Glad to be back with you guys after my absence last week, but feels good to be back on the show talking everything.
Yeah, whole state and a half away, Chase, on the East Coast, Ocean City, New Jersey, doing some work, getting that grind on for the summertime beach houses. So appreciate your efforts, and we'll definitely have to take a peek at your work. Peep your Instagram later.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
It'll be up there.
Yeah, but I think so tonight. I think we're going to talk about some March Madness, men's and women's. Just some both tournaments just really popping off right now.
Great tournaments, top and bottom from both sides.
We're going to talk about the AFR bracket. Not our name bracket, but just the bracket challenge and just kind of how that's going, and remind everyone who's in it that there's some prizes at the end.
Yeah.
So
we can go over some of the prizes.
We got some NBA basketball to talk as we're getting closer to the playoffs and Embiid coming back. So I know you're excited, Ryan, and I'm sure Chase is too. Got some MLB baseball just to talk about. First week in the books. Yeah, it's rough. And then NASCAR at the end. We got the Richmond race, so it'll be a fun show. And then I think we'll follow up with the Immaculate Grid, of course.
Yeah.
But first off, I just wanted to show you guys. So this is for Ryan and Chase. I have these 3 cards, and you guys probably don't know what they are, but they're codes on the back, and I'm going to give you guys each one of them. We're all going to do one, and basically there's a code on the back, and it's a tops thing, and it's a home run challenge. So basically you scratch off the code, you put it in the website, and you have to do it the day before, but you basically are guessing when they're going to hit a home run. And if you guess they're going to hit a home run like the next day, when you guess, then you get a free card numbered to how many people got it right.
Whoa.
Of that player.
So it's the players I have are Jazz Chisholm, Mookie Betts, and Henry Davis.
Oh my God.
I'll give you guys each one, and it'll be fun to see if anyone gets it. So it'd be like tonight you put it in for tomorrow that Jazz Chisholm's going to hit a home run.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And it's hard because you don't always know if they're in the lineup, but it's like a free thing they do in packs, and it's you just get the free card if you get it right. So
who was the third guy?
It's Jazz Chisholm, Mookie Betts, and Henry Davis.
Henry Davis. I thought you said
Henry Davis.
Yeah.
I'm going to see Henry Davis in the flesh next week, actually, when the Phillies play.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, if you want Henry Davis, then you can do the thing when you go.
Yeah.
My gosh. Is it at Citizens Bank?
Yeah, they come in. I got it for Hannah for her birthday because it's the poop game. When you see the score bug, when it's Phillies and Pirates 0-0 at the top of the first inning, the score bug reads poop. So yeah,
funny.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
But and plus I feel like the Pirates are a good young team, and we're going to talk about baseball, but I thought it was a pretty exciting matchup, and it's a little bit of ways out, so hopefully we get better weather than we've had this week.
Yeah. Well, I'll show you guys how to do this off the podcast, but I thought that'd be fun to just all 3 of us can do, and we can do it. I can put it in for you guys on my account, so you don't have to make one if you don't want to, but it's easy, and then you get a free card. You don't have to pay anything if you get it right. So
that's awesome.
All right. March Madness. Should we start with men's? We start with men's.
Yeah. Men always go.
All right. Well, Final Four. We are up to the Final Four now. And I guess one seed's not surprising. Purdue and UConn. UConn is just absolutely steamrolling through this tournament. Just not even close. They're up. I think they're 11.5-point favorites on Alabama in the Final Four, which is
out of the 2 ones. UConn not surprised. Purdue was surprised until Ben dropped the comment about how the year Virginia lost to the 16 seed, they came back the next year and won it all. That would have been a great thing to know before I made my bracket.
So now they're 2-0 getting to the Final Four.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my gosh. No, but remember we looked it up the last 4 years. Purdue has been knocked out every year by a double-digit
Yep, and who are they playing?
Oh, my God.
Early prediction, NC State.
Yo,
NC State champion, 11 seed. That'd be insane.
It would be the highest ever. But that's the other – there's been so many crazy stats.
Mm-hmm.
because the last time a team won 5 games in 5 days, I think was one of those low-seeded UConn teams back when Kemba Shabazz was there, and they won it all.
Oh yeah,
I think they were an 8. Was one of them.
Yeah. So basically, you have NC State, who's on a path that the only time it happened won it all, and Purdue's on a path that the last time that happened.
At NC State's so crazy because they wouldn't have gotten in the tournament at all if they didn't win the conference championship. When you look at the semifinal game, they were down to Virginia. I think it was 58-55 with like 3 seconds left with Virginia at the line. And they still came back and won the game. Just ridiculous.
It's crazy.
That dude is just hooping.
Yeah, DJ Burns. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
By far the fan favorite of the tournament, right?
He looks like the most unathletic guy on the court. Like, he looks like he shouldn't be doing anything, and he's the one that's the focal point of the offense, essentially.
Yeah.
And
he reminds me of Jokic.
His cardio, though, like, he doesn't get tired. Yeah. Like, he can run up and down the court all game, and they keep him out there.
Dude, and he was going against the Duke guy, Philip.
Filipowski.
He's supposed to be like a lottery pick, and he was just dominating him.
Yeah, he ate him up.
His draft stock, I don't know. I feel like it might have taken a hit after that. He's gonna get bodied in the NBA if he can't handle that.
Yeah,
I always judge a college center by how they would match up against Embiid because I feel like he's one of the most like physical. Like, you can say skill set wise, maybe not, but whatever. I feel like physically he dominates a lot of people, and I feel like Zach Edey, no chance against Embiid. But DJ Burns, I feel like just the size of him is like, oh yeah, he's not.
How tall is he? Do you guys know?
DJ Burns, he's like 6'8", I'm pretty sure. We looked it up.
Okay. So he's not a big, he's not like super
275, right?
Yeah, 275. He's an absolute dump truck.
Yeah.
6'9", 275.
Yeah. Dang.
But his physicality is nice. I'd love to see him versus Draymond in the paint. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
At all.
He's like, Ben's relation was Jokic, but Zach Randolph, I think, is still the best one just because of the fact that he's lefty. You know he's going to go left, and he can still go left.
Yeah.
Like, he gets into that little, drops the right shoulder, left little hook play, and he's just unstoppable. And the path he's got taken to not only help carry this NC State team, but just his college career has been insane. Also after digging through COVID as well.
Yeah. He was with Winthrop, and I think Winthrop was actually really good then.
Oh, yeah. Like one of those top 16 seeds a few years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he started with Tennessee, so kind of, college basketball gave up on him, and he kept fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget. Okay, go. You go.
No, I was just going to say this NC State run is nuts because they literally had to beat Duke in the ACC tournament, and then they knocked out Duke in the actual March Madness bracket, which is just ridiculous.
Yeah. We bring up the bracket. Let's take a look while we're here. I mean, do you have a prediction now? Anyone?
I mean, I'm still going to stick with UConn.
Yeah.
I took them in the AFR bracket. I knew a lot of other people were going to take them, and but they haven't shown any reason why they won't win. Yeah. And I know we touched on Purdue and NC State and their runs, but at this point, UConn probably has they face the worst team left in the Final Four, I would think, in Alabama.
It's true.
So. And Alabama's dealing with some injuries too. I don't know where they're all at and who's going to be playing this weekend, but they've had a couple guys banged up in and out of the lineup throughout their first 4 games. So it doesn't help them at all going into this weekend.
Yeah. And if we look here, so this is this is not the correct group, but we'll go to our AFR group here. So we got first place, Christopher Rodriguez. Second place, Jim Taylor. Third place, Sherry Dix. And fourth place, Andrew Platts.
Katz. Yeah.
Andrew Katz. And then
a couple Purdue folks. So I mean, it's crazy if Purdue wins or UConn wins. Basically, the top prize getters will be either Purdue or UConn, but it gets really messy if Alabama or NC State pulls it off. I mean, then you're going down to points and
depends on who gets in against.
Yeah.
If Purdue is in the championship, then some of those Purdue guys will probably do. Like if it's Purdue against Alabama and Alabama wins and Purdue might do well. But
Yo, go to the forecast though. I mean, I know I'm obsessed with this option,
Ryan's upset with
but
the group forecast here. Who do we
it'll
got?
tell you. So scroll down a bit. There's going through yours. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's only 4 people left that can get first. But you see, I mean, I think there's at least 4 Purdue people. So if Purdue wins it all, that would be our top 4. I think we're doing top 4 get prizes. Is that what we decided on? Or top 3?
I think
top 3.
We were doing top 4 because we have the 2 boxes.
Oh, that's right.
We got some cards if anyone wants it. A gift card. Be on the podcast
Okay.
Shirts. So
might as well go top 4 then.
Yeah, we got top 4. But yeah, so some exciting stuff there. Anyone else have anything about the men's before we move on?
What
to
are
the
you
women's?
guys' predictions?
UConn just looks so good. I don't know who's gonna beat them.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen UConn shake at all, so I'd have to go with them.
I forgot we didn't even talk about that. The 30-0 run is one of the most insane things I've ever seen in a basketball game. I mean, they were up. It was 23-23. Then they were up 28-23 at the half. Then all of a sudden, like, we're 12 minutes in the second half, and they're up 51-23. And I'm just like, what the heck? And then the 53-23. And then Illinois finals. Like, what are the players, what are the coaches thinking during that time? Like, I mean, just unreal.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you get the 15, 20, even 25-0 run. And as a player on the other side, like, I know it's a game of runs, but there's certain runs that put games away. And that might have been one of the craziest ones ever. I mean, if I'm on the Illinois team, like, you could just almost feel the air just coming out of these players. They're just on the court deflating because, I mean,
oh, for sure,
you're giving it your all, and just between good defense and good execution on the offensive side, UConn literally
they got the yips.
Yeah,
not something I would want to be a part of. And Illinois had been playing great up to that point, so credit to UConn for really, really just showing.
Yeah, there was a couple of guys that just stood out that were fun to watch. In addition to DJ Burns, like Terrence Shannon for me was a guy who was really fun to watch. And the Clemson team, they had a lot of fight in them. It's just cool to see a lot of people who I don't really get exposed to a lot. Like, I know their names, but I don't really know their game. And it's just cool to see that. Yeah.
There's the Clemson, the crafty point guard. He was
CJ Hunter.
Yeah, he looked really good.
They were.
I reminded me of like a Trey Jones that was like on Duke.
I actually watched all the Clemson games, and even though I picked them to lose round 1, we talked about that New Mexico was favored in that game. But like, watching Clemson was probably one of the most fun teams to watch because they played like a complete 5.
Yeah,
like there were 4 like that I forget his full name. They called him the chef or whatever. He played the 4, but he was a great passer. I mean, like, all 5 guys on the court would touch the ball basically every possession. They were a fun team to watch, and they were a prime example of, you know, a bunch of veteran guys on a well-rounded team that you can make a run. And I thought they were going to beat Alabama, but Alabama, to be honest. I really can't explain Alabama making it to the Final Four. Just kidding.
I mean, they were in that game. Like, I feel like the score isn't really representative of how it finished. Like, I think Alabama just took advantage of the fouls, but I mean, Clemson was right there in the game. And there was also a few guys who, when I was watching them, I was like, these guys are elite shot creators. Like, they're just making something out of actually nothing. Like, 2 or 3 people guarding them down late, and they would somehow just get off a 3-point shot with space. And I'm like, how did that happen? Like, I feel like in the NBA, it doesn't happen it happens more because there's more 3-point shots, but I feel like there's way more contested threes than just trying to get yourself a little bit open.
Yeah.
Well, and speaking of threes that you don't know how they're going to get off, I mean, I guess we can flip to the women's. There's been a lot of that, a lot of talk of that. I don't know if you guys have seen any of it. Obviously, Caitlin Clark's the big talk.
On a really good team too.
Yeah,
she
and
really is like a Steph Curry because she.
Well, and I just want to say, first off, what she's doing is incredible. But everyone's like saying she's like the Steph Curry, like the pioneer doing this. She's not. She's not, because people that don't remember, maybe they weren't into women's basketball, but Sabrina Ionescu for Oregon, when she was playing, she was like mentored by Kobe. She was the first one like really doing these deep contested threes, draining them. And she was like the first overall pick. She was the one that kind of started that trend. And I don't think she gets enough credit for it. And she's doing great in the WNBA too. But Caitlin Clark is not the first one to do it. So just want to throw that out there.
Yeah. I mean, I probably the first like 10 years of Curry's career, I always threw shade. But the one point I would always make that's true is that if you're on a good team, it helps out a lot. And Iowa is stacked. I mean, so it does. I mean, you still have to shoot the ball and make the shots. And Caitlin Clark's doing an amazing job, but it definitely helps when you have a bunch of other weapons that you can go to late in games. I can't think. I'm blanking now on the girl from LSU this year, but
Angel Reese.
Angel Reese.
Yeah.
But it almost felt like she was like a one woman wrecking crew where she had to basically try to put like the team on her back. It's how it kind of felt to me throughout the tournament. And I watched a little bit of that game, but it was for sure there was hype behind that game. I mean, back defending champ versus Caitlin Clark. And
Caitlin Clark, like, no disrespect to what she's doing because it's incredible. It's a lot of people are making it like she's the first one to do what she's doing, and she's really not. Because if you look at what Ionescu did in college, I know it like point wise, Caitlin Clark is like the top overall. Ionescu didn't stay in college as long, but just some of that stuff was already being done. But on top of that, I mean, you have like some of the best players in the Final Four now. Paige Buchers is in there.
Yep.
Who's the one from South Carolina? I forget her name now, but she's also in there. Camila Cardoza, I think is her name.
Yep. Yeah.
So some great college basketball, some great women's, and I hope that kind of starts reflecting to the WNBA. People are getting really hyped for the college part, and hopefully some of that translates to more views on the WNBA game too, as it hopefully expands and whatnot. So
yeah, I mean college basketball, even on the guy side, I feel like gets as much hype sometimes just with the long seasons and the amount of games it can deter. But actually, Ben, I'm glad you brought this up because I wanted to ask you about this. And Chase, you might have a point too, but a lot of times you watch these men's tournaments over the years, and some of the best players, like Zach Edey's a prime example, went 40-16 in his Elite Eight game to grab Purdue into the Final Four spot. And he is a player that at best will be a backup center throughout his career in the NBA. I personally feel like women's is different. I think if you're one of the stars in college basketball, that will be reflected. I mean, Brianna Stewart, I feel like, was a big example in the UConn team that won like every year. She still was a great player.
She was there 4 years and they won 4 years.
Yeah, but it reflected, it turned into the WNBA. So do you guys agree with that take? Do you what are your thoughts? I feel like the good college women's players translate, but sometimes the men's don't.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think I don't know what it is about men's basketball though. Maybe it's just like roster size and just how many better people they have, I guess. I don't not to be like that, make that sound like super disparaging, but I think because the women's game is still growing, it's not at that point yet. But it also helps, I think, too, that in college right now, Caitlin Clark can benefit from NIL deals, so she has way more exposure than anyone else in the last 10 years has ever had. So way more people know about her now, and she's on commercials, State Farm commercials and stuff, and I don't think anyone was even allowed to do that when they were in college before this, like Ionescu or Brianna Stewart, or just start the list of people that probably could have. And I feel like that's the difference, though. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's way more impact people. Like if you get the number one pick and you get that person, they're gonna make your team instantly better, unless you're the Fever.
Well, they're probably gonna get Caitlin Clark because they're the number one overall pick. But And they had it last year with Elia Boston too. But I mean, I think the biggest thing is the NBA and college. I think there's a bigger, like the pace of play is a lot. The gap is wider than the WNBA in college versus the NBA in college. I think some of that's just a bit, yeah. And I think with the WNBA, the careers are shorter generally. So going in, the reason they're shorter is because the reality is with women's sports, you have them, ladies who leave to have kids and things like that. So you go in as a 22-year-old and you're not facing these like grown women the same as maybe the NBA. You're facing these grown men who have been in the league for 10 years already. So I think there's a lot of that.
Yeah, that's
too.
true. It'd be weird if like the guys had to take 8 months or 12 months off or however long.
Yeah.
They're pregnant. That'd be so weird if LeBron's like, "Oh, it's his 4th kid. Can you believe this?"
Yeah. And you've seen a lot of that. Like, I mean, most number 1 picks, number 2 picks, like there's not the development like on the bench or like it's not really there. They're put into the game, and a lot of them do thrive, but it does depend. So
Chase, I actually thought about it when you were talking about women still growing. Point on the NBA side, now there's many of these college stars may translate because the NBA gets a lot of players from outside of the United States now, whereas on the women's side, they still don't have that global market. They're still growing internally, so that could be a point too. But
yeah, I mean, it can only help now with like more people getting in and financially too. Like if you can make money off of it, I think it's going to drive more people in to actually play sports.
Yeah. Well, with the NIL, I mean, you're gonna. There's gonna be a lot of, especially female, that stay in college 4 years because I think the base women's salary for WNBA is like $75K, something like that, as a rookie, like things of that nature. So you're gonna have a lot of. I mean,
still doesn't sound bad.
No, but Caitlin Clark is making way more than that in college now with all her stuff.
So,
even someone like Angel Reese and like Cameron Brink, even all of them are.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully that's good for like the women's sports too. That's gonna raise the floor of what you can make, and hopefully it drives more people, like you were saying, Ben, to the WNBA, and they can start charging a little bit more and getting people paid. But it's crazy. It's almost a detriment on the men's side because it can create super teams because there's no cap. But on the women's side, it like almost helps build something that was like failing before.
Yeah,
like how many, and even like even now the disparities, like the 3-point lines weren't the same in one of the women's games. Like that would never happen in a men's game. Also, all the college host it. None of the college hosts it for the men's side. Like it feels like weird that they're playing in like a dingy Albany auditorium basically, whereas like the men's side's playing at the MSG, Wells Fargo Center, a legit like arena, and I'm like, what? Like Caitlin Clark could easily fill that. The Sixers should take her. That's what I'm saying.
Well, did you see Ice Cube? Did you see he offered her?
Yeah, $5 million
in the Big 3.
Oh my gosh,
it's a good deal.
I don't blame him. I mean, he'd get ticket sales for that stuff.
Yeah,
it's not a bad deal.
Yeah,
can she do both?
Big 3 still trucking.
Big 3 still trucking.
Separate. They want to break that down this summer again.
Check out
No, it's exciting stuff. I will say, I don't know what it is. Since COVID, women college sports have exploded. The hype is there. I mean, there's so many people throughout the last few weeks at my work talking about their women's brackets. Everyone today was talking about the game last night between LSU and Iowa. I mean, like it's real.
Yeah,
and we still have a bunch of great matchups. So
one thing I didn't realize too, the WNBA is you have to be at least 22 years old to enter the WNBA.
Are you kidding
me? It's an 8?
Why?
That's just so like you basically have to do 4 years in college before you go to the WNBA.
Yeah, so there's no shot you could do one and done.
No, the NBA.
They should let people in from high school.
Anthony Edwards is 22, and how long has he been in the NBA for?
He's like, I guess 18. There's never been a 17-year-old.
No, they're some of the
They're-
high school kids had to have been like.
Yeah, some of the when they allowed high school. I don't know now. Like when they allowed high school kids.
I wonder. We should actually look that up. Who's the youngest player ever to debut
Yeah,
in
youngest.
the NBA.
in the
Youngest.
NBA?
Gets that guy on that.
There's the guy on the Grizzlies now, Gigi Jackson. That's 19.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that 19. I mean,
Josh Primo was like 18 when he got picked.
The youngest ever is Andrew Bynum.
Are you kidding me?
He played his first game only 6 days after his 18th birthday.
okay, maybe you have
So
to
there's
be
never
18.
been a 17-year-old.
There was a.
I would have thought there would have been.
It says it was a 17-year-old, but he's in the G League. He never. It doesn't
Yeah,
look like
no,
he
that
ever-
doesn't count.
graduated early to join the G League.
Jalen
No,
Duran
yeah.
was
So
19
Andrew
last
Bynum
year.
6 days after his 18th birthday. No wonder he is.
So he was essentially 17 still.
He's like Derrick Rose. He peaked in middle school.
Oh,
Whenever Ben said that, I was like dying.
That's awesome.
That's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he definitely did.
All right. Well, speaking of Andrew Bynum and some young NBA guys, should we go right into some NBA
Yeah,
talk?
for sure.
All right, and we'll bring up. Why don't we bring up the standings too?
Yeah. I mean, first we have to just say Embiid's back tonight. Chase, I wanted to talk to you about this because I've heard mixed emotions. For me, I'm personally just scared because it's going to be the holding your breath basically for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
But did you hear about like the procedure that he had to potentially return quicker, but it could affect his career? Did you hear anything about that? Can you break that down at all?
I didn't hear that at all,
Okay.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone it was not a valid source. But I heard like basically they low-key like shaved off part of his knee to potentially get him back quicker, but it could affect like his career. So I mean,
That's intense.
I don't know how valid it is or not, but I just know I'm so happy he's back, but I'm just gonna be holding my breath the rest of the season for sure. Because we haven't had an injury like this for Embiid in a couple seasons, like one that knocked him out months.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I didn't hear anything about it, but it doesn't mean it wasn't true, or at least some truth to it, where whatever procedure he had done maybe sped up the process. But I mean, they fell so far since the injury happened. Like, I mean, who are they gonna have to match up against now with the Heat?
Yeah. So
Okay.
right now, everyone can see the standings. Yeah.
So the good news is
right now
go
you're in the 8.
So we're basically the good news is they're like 4 or 5 games up on the Bulls and the Hawks, which is
What does this mean?
perfect. They clinched a playoff a play-in berth, I believe is what that means. PB means they clinched a play-in berth. But basically the Sixers are locked into a situation where if they lose a play-in game, they get another chance. But we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Still, if there's some way, somehow they can squeeze out enough wins to slide into that 6th spot just to avoid the play-in and a potential Celtics or Bucks first round matchup, because that's where they're headed right now.
Yeah, and I would do anything to have that happen. But I mean, this team I don't really know what to expect with it now. I know what they did when they had Embiid, and they were obviously top of the conference, not top half of the conference, I should say. But I mean, right now, hopefully, just like you were saying, though, I'm almost nervous to have Embiid back this quick. You know, the way it all happened, and the teams you're gonna have to match up against. Like, I don't actually know what their remaining schedule is like, but
yeah, we could pull it up. Why don't you click on the Sixers and pull up their remaining
They play the
schedule?
Thunder tonight.
Yeah, they got the Thunder tonight.
All right, so down here.
So they got some.
Yeah.
The
All right. Well,
last
it's actually
4
not a
games-
bad way to end the season. Past today and tomorrow or Thursday, I feel like they should be able to win all those games. Maybe Orlando's a tough one, but
Yeah, Memphis. I mean, there's at least 4 winnable games after Miami too.
so if they could get 5 wins out of the stretch, that would be huge. That can maybe get them into that spot.
Yeah, if they finish 5-2 right now, but there's things. I mean, I'm sure Embiid's going to be on a somewhat minute restriction. A big point I feel like needs to be made is Embiid has not played at all yet with Kyle Lowry, so they're going to have to try
Good
to
point.
figure that out as well because Lowry's been out there a bunch.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing about Embiid is he's really efficient, so hopefully he gets back into that routine and he doesn't have to play fourth quarters in this 5-game win streak stretch that we're hoping for.
Yes.
Where he just already has 35 points and we don't have to worry about it, and he sits out the entire fourth quarter and lets everyone else just do work. Put Mo Bamba out there to eat some minutes, and then we're good.
Oh, for sure. For sure. And I really quick, I want to just look at, I mean, obviously they play the Heat on Thursday. That's a big one. But can you just pop into the Pacers remaining schedule real quick?
Oh, where I just was.
Oh, I did not know you were right in the Pacers schedule. I just want to see what they got coming up. They have a pretty similar schedule. Okay,
They have
so
to face Cleveland though, which is not.
they have Cleveland.
Yeah.
They have Miami. It kind of sucks they play Miami. One of the two teams is gonna win. They're like the weird team that's in there that I don't really understand. I mean, like Miles Turner doesn't even dominate.
Halliburton.
Halliburton's their one
They have
all-star.
Siakam though again.
Okay. It's just a weird 6 seed. I feel like they're a 6 seed replicate that, but
Yeah.
Do
I
we-
agree.
Our NBA bracket somewhere.
our preseason
NBA.
Did we?
Oh,
I don't know
God.
if we ever made them.
We didn't make them.
No, I thought I did because I think I picked the Nuggets.
Yeah, I thought we all did. We'll have to look
Well,
for
the-
them someday.
I
I
We'll
remember
have to go back and just listen to that episode.
I remember
guess.
talking about the Magic, and then I was,
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
I was thinking about the Magic and just how they're performing really well this year in general.
Yeah, if you took their over win total, you probably cashed that ticket already.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and the Knicks, I'll talk about them real quick. 4 spot, definitely excited that they're probably not going to be in the play-in tournament. Hopefully,
Yeah, what's the Knicks schedule?
Yeah, what's their breakdown? If they lose out, I mean, they've lost 2 in a row to San Antonio.
Oh, you got
loss, man.
Chicago 3 times? What the heck?
Yeah.
How was that possible?
You got a lot of games.
They had some
left,
tough
though.
losses. I mean, the San Antonio one was tough,
Yeah.
and then Oklahoma City, Brunson drained a shot, and then SGA drained a 3.
Yeah,
With, like,
Brunson
1
had
second left.
61 and they lost at San Antonio. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and Wemby was 40 and 20
Oh
that
my
game.
gosh, you got Milwaukee and Boston.
They're
there
still dealing with their injuries though, which I don't know how. I mean, Brunson's been doing work, but Randall and
OG's out, right?
Rogie,
OG.
I think Robinson came back. I think,
Okay.
but yeah, OG and Randall are both still been out, so they just been basically relying on Brunson and Hart. McBride's been getting more minutes, but we'll see. I mean, obviously they got a tough stretch here with. They got Sacramento, they got Milwaukee, they got Boston, but Chicago 3 times is nice.
Yeah, at least you can get those wins right back.
Yeah.
Haven't
We'll
talked
see though.
about-
If we can hang in like the 4 to 5, oh, that's the NBA or MLB. Sorry, but if we can hang in at that 4 to 5 spot, I would gladly take a matchup. Even the 6, I'll take a matchup with the Magic or even like the Cavs. I'd be fine.
Yeah.
With
Oh, for sure. By the way, I'm still.
Yeah.
We've been saying it all year. Magic are by far the biggest surprise team in a good way this year. I mean,
that. Yeah,
the West has some surprising teams too, but I feel like for the 3rd straight year, the Hornets straight disappointment.
Oh yeah.
I feel like with LaMelo Ball, there was like just so much hype, and they have not been able to generate like even a 40-win season. I feel like in the last like 3 years.
so I think the Ball brothers wore those shoes too much. They got so many injuries.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
I would definitely say the Magic are nice because of how many high picks they had, and it seems like they hit on most of them.
Yeah,
Like all those guys are legit. Like because they could have
Yeah.
just had bust on every pick.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
and then you got like Paolo seemed like he took a step up this year, and
Yeah. Like how many number 1 overalls did they get? Just one?
Yeah, I think so.
Just Paulo, and then everyone else was like top 10 picks.
Yeah, I feel like they always got ripped.
yeah, I don't know the Wagner not twins, but the Wagner brothers.
Bros, yeah.
Yeah.
And Suggs was a high pick, but I think he was like 2 or 3.
Yep. Yeah, he was a
Cole
top
Anthony,
5.
I don't think I think he was top 10 maybe.
Yeah.
If you go to roster, maybe.
I want to see if Franz Wagner. He was 8th overall.
Yeah.
I forgot they picked up Wendell Carter Jr. too.
Yeah.
That was a nice pickup.
How come Markel Fultz down here chilling?
Oh yeah, rip.
Bring Joe Ingles off the bench.
Yeah, him, Gary Harris is another.
Oh, by the way, I was talking with my dad right before the tournament started about how loaded Florida State's teams have been because they weren't in the tournament this year.
Yeah.
And like they had a top 10 pick, like I don't know how many years in a row, but I saw Jonathan Isaac's name and I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, he was really good in college. He has not done.
They've had so many people and like none of it translated to the pros.
Yeah.
But no, and then you got the West. The West is really interesting to me.
If you look at the top 6 in the West,
Yeah.
Thunder, Timberwolves, and Pelicans. Are you kidding me?
Well,
Yeah.
the Pelicans, no one's really talking about it, but Zion is finally playing like to what everyone thought he could play, and he's been healthy pretty much all year. Like he's playing good basketball.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And they had like not an awful team already with
No.
Ingram and like they had some nice pieces, Alvarez,
Yeah.
Yeah.
McCollum.
Yep. They got some guys. And I think we talked a little bit about it earlier in the year, but the Mavericks, I mean, they've figured it out. And the Kyrie and Luka, I mean, I would not want to face them in the playoffs if I were a team in the West. I mean, you have potentially one of the best last shot guys of all time, maybe Kyrie. Legitimately, maybe Kyrie.
I still think he has the best ball handles
Yeah.
from what I've seen in my time of watching basketball too. I mean, just straight ridiculous and clutch genes.
And granted, I didn't see like a lot of like early like 80s or like those types of that basketball. But if you ask me
for this generation, I would say,
like one guy to take a shot, it's probably Kyrie.
And Luka just farts out points too. So between the two of them, Luka, did you see the play like from 2 days ago? Maybe it was, but he just like underhanded it from inside the 3.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
I was like, he's literally just can't miss right now.
Yeah.
That's why he can literally just fart out buckets.
Yeah,
it's no problem.
Just like the NFL though, with the AFC, it's the Western Conference. Even with like these weird teams, Thunder, Timberwolves, Pelicans, I just still feel like, I mean, the Clippers is the 4-hole. The Suns are probably going to sneak in. Like, it's just a bunch of teams.
This playing is crazy. The Suns, Kings, Lakers, and Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are all teams. They basically flipped the standings from last year, 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, literally.
And these are all teams that I feel like could go on runs in the playoffs. That's why this year could be exciting because honestly, 1 through 8, I feel like more of the West. East, I feel like could just be the top couple.
Yes. Because look at the one seed.
Yep.
The Lakers, Warriors, Kings, or Suns could all beat the Thunder in a 7-game series.
Oh, for sure.
Which plays into the fact of the MLB saying that the regular season doesn't matter as much. And I know they're getting rid of players resting you have to play a certain amount of games. And also they're trying to create this play-in tournament to try to make
they have a tab for it.
Teams to try to stay out of that. Oh, no, I'm not talking about the E's and E's. I'm talking about the play-in, Ben.
Oh, okay.
But no, they try to do these things to avoid teams. And you don't want to be a 9 or a 10 where it's like a win or go home. But I feel like even in a 7 or 8, like, okay, we got to win 1 out of 2, and then we can still take down the Thunder. Like,
yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun to see kind of how that all plays out.
Yeah.
So, all right, should we dive into some MLB now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right.
Now that opening weekend, I don't like saying opening day. Yeah. It's opening weekend.
So undefeated teams to start as of right now, as of recording, we have the Yankees, the Tigers, the Pirates, and the Brewers.
Oh my God.
For the record, I called the Tigers. That was my bet. AL Central win. You had it marked down.
Oh yeah, we marked that.
Marked it down. Tigers.
Oh, we should have made a bet to see which team. Should have all picked which team we thought was going to go undefeated the longest. I wonder if you could make a bet on that.
Well, probably not now. I mean, there's not a lot to talk about. The Yankees off to a hot start. That'll falter once they start having injuries and their pitching can't keep up. But I'll talk about the Mets a little bit. Starting off 0-4. Really weird because the Mets are one of the best teams in the MLB on opening day. I mean, they have like a 730 winning percentage on opening day. So normally they're at least get off to a 1-0 start. Their bats have just been ice cold, just absolutely ice cold. They faced the Brewers, couldn't get anything going. They faced the Tigers last night, 0-0 into the 10th inning. Sean Manaea, great start, basically 5 2/3 of no-hit ball, went 6, scoreless. Goes 0-0 into the 10th, and then they gave up 5 runs in the top of the 10th, and then a no shot. So the Bats and they lost 5-0. The Bats have just not done much. Starling Marte has honestly been hitting the most out of anyone in that lineup, which is good to see. But we need the Bats to do some work. So we'll see. I'm not getting disappointed. It's a young season. It's a new manager, but he's just kind of got to say. I think they feel like they're playing with a lot of pressure right now, especially at bat. They're not taking good swings. So we just need to remind everyone it's a 162 game season, and 4 games in, it's everything's okay and it'll be fine. Bright side though, Edwin Diaz, two appearances, looked great, looked like himself. Not in safe situations because again they're 0-4, but 2 scoreless innings, 2 really good appearances. So excited to see him back and hopefully get those trumpets going.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, I feel like baseball's the easiest sport to have the way too early overreactions. I mean, there's some things that look right? The A's at 1-4 look right.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
But there's so many, I mean, and with all the divisional games too, I mean, it's going to pan out. The Mets are going to get the Nationals, they're going to get the Marlins. I'm sure they're not going to finish last in the NL East and semi-compete going forward. I wouldn't stress too hard.
I'm not.
The Phillies are in a similar boat. They had to play the Braves first. So I finally got to watch a good chunk of last night's game against the Reds that they choked away in the 10th. Similar situation. They gave up 4 runs, didn't have a shot. But, I mean, I feel like so far it's, like, exciting. We've had some bench clearings. The Rhys Hoskins incident, Ben, do you hate him now? Not that you I don't even want to get into the Rhys Hoskins stuff.
Fucking Ruben Tejada all over again.
There have been a bunch of exciting things. Like, it's like everyone's ready for this season. Like, the testosterone's high, but it's for making
everyone's still pissed off at Fanatics with the jerseys.
Hey, I'm okay with that.
Oh, don't even get me started.
I'm not because it's awful.
Fanatics is the worst company ever created. I hope nothing but their downfall. And Michael Rubin, you suck.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So
yeah,
we have. I mean, the biggest thing, the Tigers. They've looked really good. Their pitching has looked really good. So that's something just to keep an eye on as the season progresses. Trout looking good. He's back. As long as he stays healthy, he's still got it.
Yeah, I mean they're in it right now, 2-2.
Yeah,
How long? Winning those meaningless games early in the season.
Yeah. They're always good first couple months until their downfall. But I do like Ron Washington. I like that. I think they are going to be a little better this year than anticipated, especially with leaving.
They'll be like 5 games under 500 at the deadline and have to make a decision on what to do and probably blunder it somehow.
Yeah.
By the way, the Astros, their 1 win. What's his face? Youngest guy ever.
Yeah, through a no-hitter.
Not youngest, the least starts ever.
Oh, the least starts
he's
ever.
30.
I apologize.
He was a rookie at 29 last year. And he's 30.
Name again?
Blanco, Riano Blanco or something.
Yeah. So that was pretty insane.
So right now, if the Astros, the only way to win is to throw a no-hitter.
Apparently, yeah.
They'll be fine.
Just like Purdue's only way to win an NCAA game apparently is to not face a double-digit seed.
Not to face a double-digit seed.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
But yeah, there's not a ton to talk about right now with that. It's exciting. I know the Mets. Tyler McGill, who started, is on the IL, so they already got another starter down. They are talking to Julio Teheran last I saw. So if he comes on in some capacity. So
By the way, I know that we're all playing fantasy baseball together. I just want to point out I haven't downloaded the app yet,
Ooh.
so I'm about to get
Oh.
on that before. I feel like Jay's either your dad or Ben your dad. He's gonna be like, "Is Ryan?"
Oh,
saying
yeah.
his lineup?"
Who are you playing?
I don't know.
No, you don't know.
I don't know. So, but I'm excited. I feel like this year is gonna be fun. I feel like we
Yeah.
got to get to an Iron Pace game
Yeah.
first of all. And now I'm blanking on what I was gonna ask. I was gonna ask if the minor league games have started yet.
Oh,
or
yeah,
not.
they started.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
They
I
started
think
already.
opening day is usually like a week after. I think maybe like a night or two ago was one of the first game. They did though, because I saw Sam tweeted about one of their lineups. So Jake Cave got traded. I know he was kind
Yeah.
of bummed about that, and then he had a tweet that went a little viral. So
Yeah.
but yeah,
No, for sure.
We'll keep tabs. Yeah, we won't. There's not too much else to talk about.
Yeah.
Too early in the year. But before we go to the Immaculate Grid, Chase, do you want to quickly talk about the Richmond race? I don't know the exact full. And I can even bring up here the.
Oh, yeah.
The end result, but
Yeah. It was the races at Richmond this weekend, the Toyota Owners 400 race. Started off with rain, and they tested out a new tire and actually got it started, which in past years, this race probably wouldn't have even started. It would have been a Monday race. So they got it in, they ran it first 30 laps with the special tires that they developed. And then from that point on, track was dry enough to get them going. And, overall, I would say it was a pretty even race. There wasn't too many accidents. There wasn't too many, just other weather events that happened. Martin Truex Jr. was dominating all race. Caution, of course, right at the last lap, put it in the overtime. And Denny Hamlin, from about 50 laps to go, was just climbing up the board. He was pitting at the right times. He took advantage of a lot of mistakes that did happen. Every time there was an accident, he was able to capitalize on that, especially leading into overtime. Everyone pitted, and he jumped, I think it was 6 spots to get to number 1 from the pit stop alone. So just from that point on, once he got up there, it was pretty much a done deal. First turn he goes into, and he just blew the doors off of Martin Truex, and that's all she wrote. But Denny Hamlin, again, off to another dominant season, 2 wins on the year. My guy, Christopher Bell, who I picked to win the championship, still hanging around. Keeps getting himself closer to closing out the races, still getting some top 10s, importantly, getting some stage wins. This weekend, too, one was going to be able to do it, but fell behind. Just too many things just happened and didn't go his way. And it was a really tough conditions, too. It's a tight track. And with it being wet, a lot of people just aren't comfortable with doing that. So you could tell who's been around, and obviously the guys who have the most experience were doing the best. You can just go to driver standings.
Driver?
Yeah.
I just was not sure.
Yeah. I know it pulls up, and if you go to playoff standings, it's from last year. But yeah, Christopher Bell still in the top 10, which is good. And he got his win, which is important. So not that bad. I would say Ty Gibbs definitely surprising me. I didn't think he would be this high up there this early in the season, but he's been running really well. If you don't know Ty Gibbs, you definitely do. His grandfather's Joe Gibbs, owns Joe Gibbs Racing, also was a head coach of the Washington Redskins for a long time. So he's comes from a family, has a great past, especially in racing. So it's cool to see him. And we've talked about the people who are 2nd gen and 3rd gen and 4th generation racers, but they're all in the top 10 there. So really good to see Bubba Wallace hanging in 14th. He was in the top 10 for a long time, and the only reason he was in that position was because he was just finishing the races, and there were so many cautions. Now you're being able to see where he's actually at because he's not that good of a racer, and he's down at the bottom half where he should belong.
I feel like Joey Logano's kind of low. I feel like I used to hear his name all the time.
Oh, Joey Logano's still legit. Austin Cindric, both of those guys just had bad luck. Joey Logano, in the Daytona race, he was hanging in the top 5, just got caught up in that accident, knocked him out. Couple unfortunate things, but he was in this race for a while too, and then just ran out of time.
Okay.
But yeah, no, he'll definitely, before it's said and done, Joey Logano probably gets at least 2 wins on the year. Just because he has a dominant car, good teammates. He's always puts himself in the right, like the way Denny Hamlin does. They always just find themselves in that position where you see them coming, and all the great racers who I grew up watching, Jimmy Johnson especially, he has unbelievable amounts of top 10s, top 5s, and wins in seasons.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make any sense. And he would be in like 20th place with 10 laps to go. Somehow get up there. So they just have that fight in them to do it, and they're really good drivers. So, yeah, that's my little piece on Richmond. They go back, I think, this weekend's at Bristol, I'm not sure, or Martinsville. Pretty sure it's Martinsville. So it's another short track.
Martinsville's always a mess.
Yeah, it's a mess, and Denny Hamlin destroys this. He's really good there. He's really good at Richmond, his home track. So he's hot right now going into this track, and it's gonna be hard to stop him, I would say. Yeah.
Cool. Dang. I appreciate the update as always. Keeping an eye on Chris Bell, of course, with your your pick. So
shout out to Ben for pulling up the 2023 race results.
Yeah, thanks for correcting me, Ryan. Ryan was sitting there silent, acting like he knew, but he had no clue. No idea.
I mean, I feel like the thing with Christopher Bell is the key thing is he has 5 top 10 finishes right now. So
dang.
He's been up there.
Before I forget, because I just remembered. What am I hiding, Ryan?
The NASCAR banner.
Oh, the banner. Okay. Before I forget, we need to do 2 duck races because there was 2 of our name bracket guys got 50-50 and we all voted. So we have to do 2 duck races so we can
let's go
through. One Ryan and I actually forgot to do last week. So we'll have to do that.
There's been some tight names.
Yeah.
Tight names.
Yep. So we're gonna do
real tight.
Like 15 seconds.
Okay. Sounds good.
We'll do names. So we got.
He's gonna put all 4 of them together.
I'm just gonna do.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you want me to do that?
Super race.
We do the top
2.
It'll happen. You don't have, the same guys won't be top 2. You're fine.
Okay, so it's Kaka.
Luca Conti.
Wait, it's supposed to be Luca. Yeah. All right, and then we got. It's with an I, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's
not that bad.
How you spell it?
Greasy Neal, my boy.
Neal. And then
these are for Sweet 16. No, these are
for the next round.
Okay.
All right. So since it's just one, let's do.
I think 15's good. Oh my gosh, I think 15's good.
Oh, okay. I was gonna move to 20.
20. Okay.
All right. So we're gonna
20 minutes. Here we go.
We're not gonna see any of their names.
2 shuffles.
Okay. Brickyard Kennedy as the. Is that
Wow, this is a dead even race.
Oh. Okay.
Who is Luca Conti dressed as?
I don't know.
Looks like
That was a close race.
Oh my god.
Brickyard Kennedy second because that would actually be clutch.
Yep.
He was.
Oh yep.
There you go. All right.
Oh no.
Kaka Brickyard.
I'm really
Kennedy.
there's some. Can we, whenever we break down the bracket, when we finish Phil as first round, Luca Conti is going to be ones we look back on. All you voters out there, where are you? Come on.
Yeah.
Get your head in the game.
Yeah, he was a favorite for sure. He got knocked out early.
There's been some bad ones. Just Dick Burns. How I still am.
Rod Tugnuck though will lead to the Sweet 16.
Yeah,
Moving on.
I'm pulling.
We got some big names in the other bracket we haven't even touched yet though. So
I know. A lot to break down. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to the Immaculate Grid. So if you're done there, we appreciate you listening. And if you're listening on Spotify, that's probably where you are done because I don't put on the Immaculate Grid on Spotify.
That's why you got to check out our YouTube video.
Yeah, check it out. Check out our Instagram lives too because we are live when we do this as well.
Oh yeah, so we can. Well, for our Spotify fans, so long, farewell, and we'll see you next week for the big episode 60.
Ooh, 60.
We're turning the big 6-0.
Hell yeah. All right. Immaculate Grid time. You ready? It started. It's game time.
My gosh. Whoa, what are these categories?
Oh, wait, do you have
We got some categories.
Are we going to be able to see if someone from YouTube comments and answer? Is that the one sketchy spot?
YouTube's a little sus. Yeah.
Okay.
But
I'll have to check back.
no one. Yeah, I'll look.
Braves, Sox, Andrew Jones. Is that a fit?
Was he on the White Sox?
I have no idea. Was he on the White Sox? I was hoping you would know.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. All right,
Chris,
hold on.
Chris Sale definitely was though.
Oh yeah,
but-
Chris Sale. Put him on there. He already made a
Has
start.
he pitched yet?
Yeah,
He's
he
on
made it. Yeah,
Has he pitched yet though for the Braves?
I think he
yeah.
did.
He pitched
wondering-
against the Phillies.
How was his outing? I missed it.
He had 8 Ks, I think, in like 6 innings.
Classic
Okay.
Braves.
Of course, yeah. Now he'll really.
Braves and Astros. How about Evan Gaddis
Yeah,
or Brian McCann? One of those.
Evan
two.
Gaddis. I like the worst of the 2 catchers. And then for St. Louis, Atlanta, does Hayward fit there?
Yeah, that's a
Oh
good
my
one.
gosh, we can hit this.
That's a good one.
We got through the hardest bracket.
Under 3 hours. So Burley had to have, I feel like, at one point, but I
yeah.
don't know.
Oh, Chris Sale.
Chris Sale probably.
We should have. Oh no.
That's okay.
Bum, 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 bam.
Well, Astros. I mean, what Verlander did. We
Yeah.
know that for a fact.
Yeah.
He had an under 2 the 1 year.
Oh, I don't know about that.
He did.
I
Did
don't know.
Wainwright have a under 3?
I was
or
going to say
Carpenter?
Bob Gibson for sure.
Oh yeah, put Gibson.
Wait,
in
what's the other
Whoa,
category? Wait, hold
200
on.
wins.
Ooh, that's tough. Hold on.
Thought this was going to be a cakewalk.
there. Who are we
I-
gonna put for 200 wins on the White Sox?
There's got to be some old pitchers that I'm not thinking of right now.
Octavio Dotel.
Can you do a less than 3 ERA season? Can you do bullpen guys?
I think it doesn't say
Because that's
Oh,
what we,
can you do
no minimum inning requirement.
can you do
You can.
Joaquin
what about-
Soria? Was he on the White Sox?
I think so.
Probably not. Hold on. Hold that
Jonathan.
name.
why can't I think any White Sox pitchers? Who was the guy? Who was their closer last year?
They were bad.
I didn't even know they had a closer last year. I didn't think
Who
they
was the guy
finished any of
that
their
came
games.
Answer.
Oh, Liam Hendricks.
Yeah, did he have?
Oh,
some
yeah.
degree?
I don't know. He
Oh,
might
a
have.
season. Oh gosh, why is this all of a sudden? I thought this was cake. Well, 200 wins for the Astros. I'll just plug that in. That's easy.
It would have been Verlander. Would have been a good one.
No, Garrett Cole, right?
He does not have 200 Hoss. No way. Verlander would have been a good one. All right, let's go Wainwright here, and then let's go Gibson then here.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, we filled that out.
Okay.
Okay.
Houston 200 wins. What other vets did they bring in? Oh, Greinke. Does he have 200 wins?
Oh, perfect.
Oh,
Yeah.
good hit, Chase.
Yeah.
All
That was a
right.
great hit.
So
By the way, he looks like Fred. Gordon's.
I'll see it. So 200. Just I don't know if Burley.
I don't know either. I should know this.
Oh.
He was on my not all-time
Oh.
team.
Tom Seaver.
Nice.
He was on the
Oh,
White
good.
Sox.
That was a nice
Yeah.
backdoor.
Do you think Burley had to have under 3 ERA, right?
I think so.
Do we have anyone else in the?
For a whole
Did they
season.
have like a really good closer for a while? I feel like they did, and I'm
They've
not
never
thinking who
been
it
good
was.
since we've been in. Like,
2005, they won the World Series.
okay, Ben, I was 9. I don't remember that White Sox team.
That team just
I
steamrolled.
don't remember that White Sox team.
Was that like Paul Konerko, Orlando
Yeah,
Hudson,
Jermaine Dye,
Jermaine Dye?
Brzezinski, and
Do you not remember anybody from the starting
that's
five
what
that
I'm
year?
thinking.
I don't know who their starting 5 pitchers was.
They didn't have like a great starting 5. Their lineup was really good, but their pitching.
We're gonna have to look up the 2005 White Sox now to this.
Closer. Dang, it's pissing me off.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, let's.
We're so close. We haven't hit a baseball.
Oh my!
Oh
God.
my god, are you kidding me? If he had like a 301 one
Wait,
season,
what? What is that? What?
Whoa, I didn't even know you could get that.
What is that percent? Is he the only one?
No, it says there's 297. All
Can
right, hold on. Let's.
you see? Are you gonna be able to see?
Yeah, these are.
Okay, I don't know any of these names. Can you just blow it up for people looking on the screen? Chase, can
No,
you
I
read these
cannot.
names at all?
Yeah, but Garrett Crochet and Bummer. Those
That's
are at least
Bobby-
newer.
Oh my gosh, Tommy John.
Yeah, he was actually a good pitcher.
Oh my! Did he?
Oh, Liam Hendricks is on here,
Did he lose his
Uh,
career because of Tommy John?
pretty much.
Oh my gosh, Liam
Yeah,
Hendricks.
that's what I just said. Liam Hendricks is on here.
Bro,
Why didn't you be more confident
why
about
don't
it?
you ever listen to me?
What?
You
Cologne.
never listen to
I'm
me.
surprised Burley never had an under 3 RA year.
You want to look up his stats? On the
I really thought he would be.
on
Don't
the White
you think?
Sox.
I thought so too. I
He's been on the
thought
White Sox his whole career.
maybe he has a 3 on his
Yeah.
career. Oh my gosh, he was getting banged up. Oh, don't pick him on an ERA game. Holy shit.
You're right.
Right here, this column. He had a
Oh.
1-2. No, he wasn't really ever close.
The
1 year.
closest he ever got was the 3.29
He
or
still had a
3.2.
career 3.81 though. It just he never had like
One.
His
was
best year
really-
was 2005.
Oh my god!
That team, click that team.
go to the White Sox.
they were so good. World Series
What the
champ.
heck?
Oh my gosh, they had Aaron Rowan.
Oh my god, is that Freddie Garcia?
Yeah.
Oh
No.
Chase, we went to a Phillies game where we booed him.
Oh yeah, because he was
Aaron
trash.
Also, I would have never guessed that their second best
Jose
is John,
Contreras.
yep,
Oh,
John
no.
Garland.
Oh my god, half this is the Phillies bench.
Oh
Dang.
my gosh, Eddie Brzezinski. Wow. Oh, Juan.
I think
Uribe.
Tadahito Iguchi won a World Series ring with the Phillies too in 2008.
Yeah, I didn't even. Bobby Jenks was probably their closer that year. He was
Jose Contreras was a starter for them.
Dang.
Wow.
Well-
All right. Well, another week, another baseball.
Wow.
We were doing really well.
I thought we
too.
had it. I thought once we got through the Braves lineup, Chris Sale would have been a clean.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
the
he's a
class-
Magic.
We don't ever have the Magic.
Oh, Magic. Nuggets.
Gary Harris.
Yeah, or what's his nuts? The fuck? He plays on the Nuggets now. It was in that deal. They traded for him.
Oh, Aaron
Aaron
Gordon.
Gordon. Yeah. No, dude,
Which one
Gary
was-
Harris. Dude, Gary Harris.
Do that one.
Did
Nice.
speaking of Jonathan Isaac, did he ever play on the Kings with the Magic?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Magic, Bulls, Wendell Carter.
Oops. Oh.
We were just talking about. I
Yep. I was thinking Vucevic.
think it's Wendell.
Oh.
Oh, good hit. Been a really good. having a really
Magic
good
Kings. Was that like Peja Stojovic on both?
career. Oh, maybe.
Do you remember him?
Yeah, I don't know.
Whoa, wait.
I was just gonna go.
Vince Carter, was he on the Magic?
Yeah, I don't know.
Who was that other guy on the Kings? That
Terrence.
it wasn't like Timothy Mozgov. It wasn't him. It was another one.
Rashawn Holmes. No.
Oh, maybe. Was AK-47 on the?
Oh, Andre Kirilenko. No.
Damn.
Oh, we'll come back to that.
Yeah, we can correct the Pacers a little bit, see if we can get anything.
Pacers, Bulls.
Oh, one of the holidays. I think Aaron Holiday.
Oh yeah, that sounds right.
For Pacers.
Wasn't they? Well, didn't they have one on the Nuggets too?
Wait, do we want to think about this for a second?
Are you confident in it?
That's
I
just
mean that. Oh,
who's
maybe
the
it was
other
Justin.
one?
Was it Justin?
Try
Holiday?
Justin. Go Justin.
Oh,
man. What the heck? Too many holidays.
Pacers, Nugs.
I don't.
Pacers, Nuggets.
Where did Doug McDermott?
What about TJ McConnell?
Doug McDermott, didn't he have a stint on the Kings?
He's been everywhere.
I think so. Put him in there.
Oh
Oh.
my, this is just
We could
all-
just do like Jokic.
Yeah.
okay.
De'Aaron
Bull.
Kings. Who spent their own? Oh wait.
Fox.
Yeah.
Well, current players, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about past. No one really stayed on the Kings forever.
Yeah, I don't think
Wait,
anyone
I
has
thought-
any desire to stay with the Kings.
I got a Magic Kings guess. I'm gonna go Rudy Gay. Oh my gosh, I am off tonight. All right, you can do your one team.
I'll do De'Aaron Fox.
Kobe White.
Bulls only one team. Yeah.
No, Kobe, not Colby. Oh my gosh.
Look at
Oh.
Bruce Brown's. Why are these? What's going on with this percent?
Oh my
thing?
gosh, Sabonis is a miss.
Sabonis is a miss.
Sabonis.
Yeah.
I don't really remember Jalen Rose as a
So
player.
Vince
Oh, I
Carter.
said that.
I don't know what's going on. There's something's wrong with the website.
By the way, this dude at my work again today literally called Kobe Bryant Colby Bryant again. And I'm
Oh.
just like, I'm getting to the point where I might have to say something. It's like the third time he's called him Colby. Oh, just getting over it.
Oh,
Ben, we know she's played on multiple
it's a
teams.
quick
She had a
miss.
stint on the
That's
Fever.
true. Oh, she did.
Yes.
Oh.
Wasn't she Fever in Chicago? I literally I don't know anyone else on this list.
Charles.
Tamika Catchings was on the Fever. I just don't know if she played on any of these other teams. Maybe here. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
What about Diggins? I don't know.
Tina Charles, bottom
Okay.
middle. Bottom middle. Tina Charles. Right there.
Okay, last try, and then I'm done. Okay.
Nice.
Get 183%er, 6 misses. Move on.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give up. I just want to see. Oh, Super, it's a miss. That's a fucking miss. The rest I'm not as upset about.
Tasha Howard.
I didn't know she played on only one team.
Are Tasha
That's
Howard
pretty
and
cool.
Ryan Howard sisters?
I don't think so. Oh, speaking of, did you guys hear about Vontae Davis? That's sad.
Oh yeah, I heard he died. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't realize he was Vernon Davis's younger brother.
Whoa, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
That's huge tight end.
Oh, what?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
oh, I like this.
No,
Okay.
Leonard Williams or Malachi Becton, aren't they also USC?
Or Elijah Vera Tucker, I think was USC.
Vera Tucker's UFC. Yeah, let's go him.
Oh, I like the Sam Darnold pick.
Oh, I thought
Oh, Sam Darnold. Oh yeah.
I like Vera Tucker.
Lions USC Reggie Bush.
Oh, I definitely.
Oh, I remember. That's like one of the only college games I ever like remember from back in the day. It's the Rose Bowl that year.
Okay, well, Darnold
3,000 yards passing.
We
for
can use
USC.
Darnold for this, right?
I was gonna say Carson Palmer is definitely a lock.
Okay, Palmer's probably better.
Look at his picture.
Oh my gosh.
Jets Raiders.
Leonard Williams, right, for the Giants? Didn't he?
Yeah, Giants Jets. Yeah, Leonard Williams.
Good
Oh,
hit.
gosh.
Ben coming into the
Off the top rope.
you went with William.
No, that's fine.
Jets Raiders.
There's a wide receiver for the Giants Lions, ain't there?
Yeah, Golden Tate, right?
Oh, yes.
It's definitely not who I was thinking, but that is.
That wasn't
definitely-
who I
Or
was-
Kenny Galladay.
Oh yes, that's who I was
All right,
thinking.
well, we already got Golden Tate deep in there.
3,000 yards.
3,000 yards passing for the Giants. I mean, you could just go shoe in with Eli.
You might. While we're still hot, we got to get a perfect bracket here.
Or Geno Smith, I guess, would have fit. He upped his numbers.
I mean,
All right.
Carr definitely did. Is there anyone
Yeah.
else besides Carr?
Carson Palmer.
We just go Carr. Carr definitely had to have.
Yeah.
Make sure it's
Yeah,
Derek and not David.
Oh yeah.
All right. Lions Raiders. Wow.
Jets.
Lions Raiders. Jets Raiders. That's a tough one.
That was a tough one. I'm thinking.
Jets Raiders.
Gotta be someone you're not even.
What about Sean Green?
Did either of them ever have Janikowski?
Thomas Jones.
Or like Isaiah Crowell. Did he ever play for the Raiders?
I don't know. You remember Thomas Jones? I feel like he played for the Raiders.
Oh yeah. Bilal Powell. He was a garbage running back.
I loved Bilal Powell. Funny thing, if you go to my, not that you're ever gonna go to my hometown room because my parents are never gonna make a decision about painting. That's but I have a Bilal Powell signed picture in there still.
Oh my gosh.
Dang.
In my room. It's worth nothing.
Janikowski never kicked for The Jets or the Lions?
No, not the Jets.
I feel like the Jets. It could be like a corner, like a Cromartie, like Antonio Cromartie.
I'm down to go with that.
Nnamdi Asomugha.
Yeah, did Nnamdi ever play with the Jets?
I feel like he played for the Lions, low key, but I don't know how confident I am in that.
I
Go
don't
with
know.
that guess Chase had for.
Cromartie.
I think, or it might have been DRC, Rogers Cromartie.
Did he ever play on the Raiders?
I don't know. I think it was one of the Cromarties. Just do straight Cromartie.
Oh, a third one?
No, Antonio Cromartie.
Oh.
Oh.
Fuck, it was DRC, I
I'm
bet.
gonna go Thomas Jones. Okay. Josh McCown's a miss.
Fuck. Amir Abdullah. Ugh.
That was not the one I would have hit. Let me look at what was it, Jets.
Jets Raiders.
Dick Wood, that's a miss in the name.
You can add him in.
We can add him in.
On our second chance bracket.
How many dicks?
No, we actually we have two names we have to fill in the other bracket.
Yeah,
so it
Ben
works out.
messed up big time.
We didn't even start that other one yet.
It's not a
Terrell Pryor. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
CQB.
Yeah, he's the one that like transformed.
He had 1,000-yard receiving year with somebody. I forget who it was, but Matthias Farley.
It might have been the Browns.
Oh, that's another good name, Bill Pickle.
Michael Joyner. Damn it. That was a mess.
Somebody
It wasn't
good-
any of the Cromarties. Greg Van
Oh.
Roten went to Penn.
No, from Marty.
Damn.
That's a brick.
Did we miss? We miss other 57s. Not that bad. Oh, Dante Culpepper.
Oh,
It's kind of nice. No one like.
No.
Theo Riddick.
Brick.
Yeah. No one crazy though.
DJ Hayden.
Yeah.
Didn't he just die like 2 years ago or last year?
Oh, he might have.
Yeah, nothing
All right.
crazy.
All right. Before we leave, I'm gonna make you guys do this, and I know Ryan's gonna hate it. You ready?
We staying live for this?
Yeah.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
It's called Batter Up. You have to guess the guy's swing based on this, and you get 6 guesses, like a Wordle,
Oh,
and it'll give you what, like, if you're right based on
Oh.
position or like age or
this
something.
Oh my-
it looks like Trey Turner a little bit.
Okay. So it's USA, and
Is it an NL East team because it's
the yellow means what does the yellow mean?
In
Matching.
the division,
It means
matching leagues. So we're in.
So it's the NL. It's just not the East,
Uh,
You
basically.
sure?
Yeah.
I know that. Do you already know this? Do you know who it is?
is it Mookie Betts?
Oh, it could be. It's
It
so.
doesn't look like Mookie.
Who do you?
It's not the West.
Fuck. All right. Well,
Are you sure that's the yellow?
That's what
the
that
yellow-
says.
yellow division tile indicates matching leagues.
Okay, so.
So it has to be the NL Central at this point.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
is it someone on the?
Jonathan
is it
India.
It's McCutcheon.
it's McCutcheon.
Oh,
It's totally McCutcheon. Yes.
Oh, and then they give you the like
Bam!
actual like swing.
I knew who it was. Oh, I'm at your stitches.
All right, we're doing. No, it's not that side. All right, we'll do one more from yesterday.
was
It's kind of
fun.
fun though. I found this. Oh, that's got to be Otani.
Oh my gosh.
Is it?
Wow, that was easy.
probably.
Oh, it's not.
Oh, it's not.
I did that.
Oh, you didn't get anywhere right except
No.
for the league,
The
which
NL.
doesn't. I like how we're just basing off the league. Like, what are you gonna do with the number?
Man, a lefty from.
Can it be an old player?
No, but it can be obscure players. Like the one was like Matt McLean. Like they don't have to be
could-
like stars.
But it's a current player.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
What about Nolan Jones? Oh no, it's not NL West.
What about like one of the Brewers outfielders?
I'm gonna guess Brett Beatty, even though I don't think it is.
Oh,
You got his number right.
number 22.
You know your numbers?
And he's in the NL Central again.
22 in the NL Central.
It's just based off. That's the gimme because there's only 6 total leagues.
6 guesses.
I don't know. What is Sal Frelick number 22? I think he's like number 5.
It might. Oh, he's on the Brewers though.
Oh my
Who's
gosh!
22 on the Brewers? Is it Churio? Is that who you were guessing? No.
It might be, or like they have a bunch of young outfielders though. It's like Mitchell,
What's
Weimer.
Yelich ballot bat?
Is it Yelich?
How does he look when he bats?
It could be Yelich.
I'll go Yelich. Oh, it's Yelich.
Oh, here we go.
Nice.
Number 22. Yo, can you just scroll down? How many did Chase get on that guess? How is it going now?
What?
I was seeing how many. Oh, he got 3.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yo, I'm addicted now. You have to see.
All right, last one.
We both guessed one. Chase has to guess one now.
Oh God,
It's crazy
another
how-
lefty.
Lindsay and I were talking last night. I said how it's crazy how everyone's batting stance
Yeah.
is so
But
different.
this is fun. I found this out and I was like, oh, this is actually pretty neat because it's like the Wordle, but
This looks so basic.
it's really hard by one person.
I don't know who you.
This is a nice swing though.
Yeah.
I know it's so smooth.
Like I don't know.
Michael, I'm gonna guess Michael Conforto.
Oh, I like that guess.
Oh,
You got the
number
number.
8.
You got the number early.
It's an AL though.
It's over in. What does the age do? What is the age?
Yellow in it.
Within 2 years.
Oh, so he's either 33 or he's between 29.
A
and
number 8 and the N and the AL.
And he's late.
What about the
wait.
Orioles?
Oh, is it who's their catcher? Rutschman?
No, I was thinking like Mullins, Cedric Mullins.
Oh my gosh, if it's
It
such
could be. I think his number's 31 though.
Oh my gosh, you got the age. You got the age and the division. You got the age. 29-year-old in the AL East.
And he's 8
Chase.
and number 8. Number 8.
Oh yeah, number 8.
And he's not the Orioles.
I think it has to be the Red Sox or the Yankees.
Okay, so I'm thinking lefties. You got Yoshida on the Red Sox.
Devers.
Devers.
What's his-
Devers a switch.
Oh, he's
Well,
a
I don't know.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yoshida's a lefty. Soto, I guess, but I don't think that's Soto.
Yeah, I don't think that's a swing.
Neither do I.
You sure that's not Soto's swing?
It doesn't look. No, first of all, Soto's a righty.
Oh.
I don't know why I said lefty. He's a
It
righty.
looks so
Um,
smooth.
Is it like Verdugo? Is he number 8?
Oh, that's a good guess.
Nope. His number's 24.
Hmm.
What the shit? Number 8.
I'm gonna
Who's
go-
on the
I think it's Yoshida.
Who's on the Rays?
I feel like it's Yoshida. Oh my gosh, it's not Yoshida.
Is it like Josh Lowe? Is he number 8?
Oh, it could be. You want to go with it?
I can't think of anyone else.
What about
We're at-
Brand? Wait, which one's in the Rays? Is it Josh? Or
Yeah,
Brand?
Josh is in the Rays.
Oh, it's the Rays.
Okay, we're at our last guess now.
He's
so
number 8 on the
number
Rays.
8 on the Rays,
He's 29.
and he's 29.
And he doesn't play any of those positions.
Is he like?
Oh yeah, wait. Why do we guess so many outfielders?
Oh yeah, I don't know why.
So he's in the. So he's
Number
in the
8
infield?
infielder. Who's their second baseman? The
What about
Rays.
with Yandy Diaz?
Oh, I don't know. I was gonna say Brandon Lowe, whoever their second baseman is.
Yo, Brandon Lowe. That could be Brandon Lowe. Oh, it's Brandon
my gosh,
Lowe.
we got
Let's
it.
go! Let's go!
Chase.
He has a nice swing.
Yeah, really nice.
We all got one.
Yeah, why were we guessing so many outfielders?
I don't know. We
It's
didn't pay
weird.
attention to that last
I didn't.
category.
It's so many. It's yeah.
So,
Oh, that's
All right.
fun.
Now that
well,
we've
yeah,
been on here for
yeah. I
a
know.
minute,
Now we've been on here for a
we gotta
while, but
stop sharing.
hope you guys enjoyed. We will be back next week for episode 60, and yeah, filling out some brackets and getting some winners for the group. So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
all right. See you, everyone.
See ya.
Peace.